Hello everyone and welcome into BFME 2 patch 1.09 version 2. Today we are playing on map Fortification 2 and our players and opponents are going to be Goblin and Isengard. Come on, take a first place. Don't tell me that I need to use Nitro to do it. This car is driving pretty decent, to be honest. So yeah, Mordor on the top, Isengard in the bottom. Isengard starting with Urukpet, as we can see. Oh my god, I almost punched the car. Oh, you don't. We're almost in the finish line. There's only one lap. I'm gonna roll you over. Hehe. Yeah, oh, what? It's not BFME 2. I'm really sorry. Let's get into it.
A few moments later.
Oh, welcome everyone. This is Rise of the Witch King for you, and that's going to be on the map Ered Valley. Map from 2 years old. It's going to be Men of the West against Goblins, CavernsOld against Sight. We got Thunderland as the PowerPoint for Goblin player, and nothing yet for the Man player. The map, Goblin lairs, and trolls far away, under the mountains and under the castle of dwarves. On the other side we got another castle of dwarves and another troller. Are there hidden gems on this map? Not really. 2 creeps each. Goblin is starting with double tunnel into the Goblin cave, into another tunnel. Man player decided to go for 3 farms into the barrack. And as we can see, they get the same amount of command points, 350 at the moment. Archer range in the back for the Man player, and Goblin player decided to go for another tunnel, so it's going to be 400 command points at the moment, after he will be able to create this tunnel. Where is the other builder? There it is. A really bright map, at least for me. Okay, Goblins are moving forward towards the Castle of Dwarves. And another Goblin cave. In the meantime, Man player goes for soldiers and archers, so no cavalry yet on site, as he is going to creep the Goblin lair, who is the host by the way, so CavernsOld is a host. But he's not going to creep the troll lair, he's just checking out, while the Man player decided to creep. Also the formation, the shield formation was used to decrease the amount of damage that those Goblin archers can deal towards Gondor soldiers. Let's check the Man player. He got 300 command points 350. More archers, more Gondor soldiers. Pikes are moving also, I think, towards the stroller. Let's see what Goblin got installed for us. More Goblin warriors, more Goblin caves. I really like the idea. And there are signal fires that I missed, as I can see in both sides. They only increase vision though. Capture to reveal large area of the shroud, so they only increase vision in Rise of the Witch King. Unfortunately, they're not healing your units, they're not giving you more command points. But it's okay. Goblins are fighting goblins, we'll see who's going to win. I think the goblin from the blue player is going to win against neutral goblins. More goblin warriors, but nothing really happened on the map. We got running call from man player. We got 500 command points for the goblins, 400 for the man player, and they are creeping. Man player is taking the signal fires, both of them, but no movement still. There is another goblin cave, so there will be lots of goblins on the map, which I really like. I would like to see also heroes from goblins like Gorkil and Azug to be installed. He deployed the army. He also used the land running call was used, but is he going to attack? Yes, he is attacking. Both battalions on the defensive positions. Those two goblins doing job over here. More goblin warriors on the battlefield, and this is what we like. We like the swarm of units. On the other side, Pike and Battalion of Gondor archers are moving forward. There are 2 battalions of goblin warriors, and more are going to come quickly. Good defense, but of course there are lots of goblins. Man player should definitely rethink his strategy, invest in stables instead of archer range level 2. More and more goblins. More and more goblins on the battlefield. More and more goblins on to the army of men. Who's going to lose this battalion of archers pretty quickly, and after that battalion of pikes is going to be of no use. More and more Gondor soldiers, even tower guards and Italian rangers on the battlefield. That's cute, but definitely it's better to get the stables and deal splash damage towards those goblins, killing them. More and more goblins. I really like this. I really dig it in. We got Fisher coming up also. More and more goblins. 400 command points to 200 command points only. 1 battalion of tower guards, 1 battalion of archers, rangers, and Gondor soldiers. So it's not a huge army to deal with. You just need to deal as he does with Italian rangers, and they need to go towards the melee, so they're not going to kill them that fast, and they're going to be killed. The entire battalion has been killed, and this is why you should go for stables and knights farm. The first farm that was created by man player may be taken down, but man player got himself 5 power points. He may use it to rebuild his first farm, the main farm. 6 power points although for goblin players, so this is incredible. Poison blades are not really working towards, and not used to work towards the farms and Rise of the Witch King. All of those get level 2, even level 3, so that's going to be only spam of goblins, it seems. This is what the goblin player got installed for us, it seems. Farm was taken down, it's going to be rebuilt. More and more Italian rangers, more and more pikemen, but no stables on site, as Goblin is pushing forward. But at least we can feel the Gondor vibe, trying to deal with all those units. It's like swarm of orcs. And more units, Upgrades to level 3 to 25% faster building speed, so then there will be swarm of goblins attacking from both sides, I supposed. And we'll see how it ends. At this point it's still only Goblin who is in the aggressive stance, who is using his army, who is trying to deal damage towards his opponent. While his opponent is trying his best to stay alive, it seems. The 900 resources, 700 command points, nice amount of rangers, 3 battalions at this point. But he's been micro out and still may lost quite a lot. Defensive position of how to marauders, but those rangers are at the top of and unfortunately they may be killed. Let's see the battalion of rangers on level 1 still. We'll see if they receive level 2. There we go, long arrows to kill those battalions over there. And there is another battalion also. Almost 10 power points, another blades, poison blades used, and another button of goblins just killed there. But there will be lots and lots of goblins, as we can see. Goblin archers also on the battlefield, 10 power points for both the... No, only the Gondor player got 10 power points, as he needs to deal with lots of units. He got another long shot. Builder is going to escape, lots of units are going to be killed over here. But this is still going well for the man player. Although he's pushed back, he's not able to see this. I think Goblin player also wasn't paying attention, and he may not be able to save this farm. But still decent defense, and he got 12 power points and his opponent only 8. So this is important also. We got stables. At last it's going to level up to level 2. How about the Goblin player? He got his sufficient level 2 of trolls. There will be lonely tower, maybe put over there, but oh no, take those archers over here, take them in, take them in. A long tower, it can definitely deal some damage towards troll, and that's actually what is happening. It's not that huge of the damage, and I don't think so that he will get rebuilt in time. Also the troll can pick up an orc or troll and through the opponent, but it doesn't matter. Here he goes down, and nothing that the goblin can do over here. This stuff is temporarily blocked. On the other side, lots of goblin archers, but we got rangers over here, so they will definitely kill them all. We got Thunderland, so Gondor should get away as fast as possible, shouldn't wait here. There is a long shot. Is it going to deal decent amount of damage? Yes, it's going to even kill those entire battalions. And Gondor player, or rather Man of the West, was able to build himself on the northern side of the map, while on this on the middle there is still battle ongoing. Gondor player need to be careful. He needs to be careful. He needs to get more and more units over here, and he does it. There should be a rebuild for this structure. It could definitely benefit him. There will not be a rebuild, but he should have level 2. Not yet on those rangers. So unfortunately, mismanagement, micro, and he's wasting lots of units over here in this point. More and more tower guards, more and more units should be through into the opponent. Not only riders, but also other composition of units that he already got. Goblin also trying to build himself up. Look at his amount of command points. He got 1k command points already. Got another fisher on the way, and lots of goblins that, although we cannot see them winning, they're still doing decent job. And there is another few battalions, and this is when those units come handy, but they need to get away. They cannot be clumped like that. Needs to get away. Let them escape, and then attack. Exactly like that. Couple of tramples. They cannot be clamped. There is no heal structure also for the man player. For some reason he's not healing his units. He doesn't care about his units. Goblin player is still losing his army. As we can see, he doesn't have really an army. He got a couple of trolls that are going to be killed by rangers and tower guards. Throwing a rock onto everything, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Lots of tunnels are going to go down, but there is a tunnel on this side that could definitely be used, utilize and destroy a couple of those farmers at least. Man of the West player does completely nothing over here. He's not creating any more units. He's went, I think, for a hero or something like that. Let me check it to be specific. Yeah, I think it's going to be a hero on Man of the West side, which is not the ideal situation. Definitely, if you're fighting units and you get well-established units like Man of the West does, you should definitely go for more and more units. Harvest could be purchased as well from Marketplace. Man player need to be really careful. As we saw already, he's not careful about his units. He doesn't care about his battalions. He's not healing his army. We got Eomer on the battlefield, and that's not ideal situation. Goblin player is creeping the Troller. Man player got himself 16 power points at this point, while the Goblin player got only 9 or 10. Man player got the advantage, but he's throwing it away, going for those heroes without any substance. He doesn't have units with them. He definitely needs to have more and more troops with those heroes and combine units together and get multiple of units like Rohirrims and all those Italian rangers that he already threw out, and tower guards definitely benefits him to deal with this army. Goblin player is not attacking yet. He got only one battalion of Haltro Marauders in the mineshaft. And now Man player decided that it's time to heal his Rohirrims. Is he going to micro with them? We saw before that he's not really good at it. This battalion should definitely survive. It's near the base, but he's not paying attention, and he's still going for Rohirrims. He's not realizing that he needs another barrack, another 2 barracks, to be honest. Tom Bombadil defensively just to protect this side, but the farm on level 2 is going to be taken down regardless because of this mistake. On the other side, he's trying to make a move, but he doesn't have units. He got only pikemen over there. Darkness up here, which is a good call. This is why Man of the West should go for Cloudbreak almost every time. Exception is when your Theoden King is on level 6 and can provide Glorious Charge. But it's not in this case. More and more units have been killed by the Goblin player, and he's getting the advantage because of it. Look at this, 800 command points, and no well for the Man of the West player. No units for Man of the West player. He needs to do something. He cannot fight with buffed Haltro Marauders. He needs to get away. Heal was forced to be used. This is not ideal situation for our man player, as he's having decent problems and he's not seeing the solution to it. He's going to lose a lot of troops, a lot of time. It's 3 minutes for this darkness to stay here on top of everyone, and he definitely needs to find something to, like rangers and more soldiers, in order to deal with it. He's not doing it. Warchon been used on top of those units, so they will be double buffed at this point. And another farmer level 3 may go down, but of course Goblin player also is not preoccupied with his army. He should definitely take down the farm. You shouldn't chase units. And I think he will realize it, that this is a thing that he should be focusing on, that it's standing still, and he's doing it with this battalion, but he's another threw up by the Man of the West player, and this structure is still standing here, and even Ranger is going to be catch and killed just like that. Man of the West throwing his units, doing completely nothing. He's going to lose farm on level 3, unacceptable. He doesn't have even a Grand Harvest, although he bought himself a marketplace. He lost another farm level 2 on this side of the map, and he's losing more and more. He's pressured to do something, but he cannot do it. Now Goblin in full force, lots of units, level 3, Fisher also on the way, more and more troops, no heroes on side, but who needs heroes when you get darkness? Even cave bats to debuff the units of the Man of the West player and kill some units over here. Archer Angel level 2 went down. It's not looking good for the Man of the West player, and this is what happened when you don't have mix of units, but those pikemen should definitely go for the stables, go for some structure, not chasing those Rohirrims. They cannot chase those Rohirrims, they cannot catch them. Only thing that they can do is destroy other structures, and this is what Goblin player should be focusing on, or maybe on those farms, but he needs to do it now. I think darkness is getting away, and this is a little bit a waste for the Goblin player. He should focus on the structures, not on those units, and he could deal way more damage. And Tangel a Legion for some reason. There is no troll over here. Where does he use it? Because he used it somewhere. There's a troll cage, Mumakila pet goblin. Oh, he cast it on this Fisher. This is nice, but he should definitely go for mountain giants because it's on level 3. But the idea of casting it onto your own units is great. He shouldn't waste time on those Rohirrims. He should realize, okay, those are only Rohirrims. If I make pikemen, they cannot do anything to me. They will not even level up anymore. And I just need to go towards the base of my opponent, which is happening at the moment over here, and to deal as much damage as possible, destroying structures. This is the only thing that matters. But I think he's not getting the memo still. He's still trying to destroy heroes. And this army should definitely deal with this farm. He's not paying attention, I think, to his army. Yes, he's not paying attention. He's the second time that he's chasing the army of Rohirrims. This is something that you're not doing. I know that you can see that lots of Rohirrims are going to be killed here, but let's be honest, he could destroy those farms and entire base of the Man of the West that need to be rebuilded. He's not doing it because he let himself chase those Rohirrims, and I think he just realized that he shouldn't do it. He's going for the farm level 3. Maybe he will go for the fortress. He should realize also that the boil oil is on the fortress, so he shouldn't even try to attack it. That is a waste of time. Just destroy structures. Destroy structures around. Don't chase Rohirrims with Haltro Marauders. You are not able to do it. Weizman of Dunland. Who knows for what reason they've been summoned over here. I think to be killed. As Man of the West got Rangers and got Rohirrims on the side. And boil oil is already purchased, and Goblin should realize it. Rebuild to at least save the barrack. And here we go again. Another darkness almost over here. There are no half-true marauders, I mean giants on the battlefield. Rangers will disappear. If nothing appears from this tunnel, there is nothing that they can do. Oh, there is decent army of goblins, but there are goblins. Why you don't have pikemen and trolls, pikemen and mountain giants? You can see that your opponent got only Rohirrims. Okay, we got little drakes, but they're dying to arrows. And those are arrows too. Rangers are coming to kill them. Tom Bombadil been summoned. He can definitely get away. Get away as fast as possible. Builder been killed. This is a huge waste of those little drakes, to be honest. He should get away. He shouldn't fight with this Tom Bombadil. And he's going to add another Fisher. You're not utilizing even those 100%. Level up this to level 3 to get giants, not to get those mini drakes. You just need pikes and giants, and this is the end. Pikes and giants, nothing else. And wait for the snowmobile to disappear as it does at the moment. And just go for the fortress. This is the last structure. You just need giants, right? This is why you level up to level 3. Heal around the fortress also, to heal up stuff. So this is the only thing, the two lonely towers and fully upgraded fortress. Boil oil was used. Goblin player should realize that it's time for giants and nothing else. Giants, half-true marauders to protect those giants. You see, no, he's not going for any giants. Another boil oil is going to be used. Maybe he will realize that he cannot play like that. Oh, it's only deal half of the health, but he got like 2 buffs over here. Tenderland and Darkness. Now the troll is going to demolish the fortress. Is there a rebuild? No, so this is going to be it. Fully upgraded fortress, but this is going to be it. This is going to be a game. Why is he playing around with his opponent? Never do this. I mean, I know this replay is old and maybe player is not doing it anymore, but don't play with food. Eat the food. Alright, that's going to be it. That was intense and pretty decent map, to be honest. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoy. Bye bye.